cooked on a barbecue? Sounds unusual, but I'm going to show you an outstanding recipe. This is my chicken tikka masala. Now, chicken tikka masala has two steps. You first need to marinate and grill the meat, and then we place it into a delicious aromatic gravy. So let's marinate the chicken first. Some garam masala, so 1 teaspoon, along with half a teaspoon of chili powder. Now, this can be altered depending on how spicy you want your curry. Some ground cumin, some ground coriander, and I love the color of this, turmeric. So again, half of this can go into the bowl. Now I need some yogurt. The yogurt is not only going to flavor the chicken, but it's also going to help tenderize the chicken. So all of that can go in there, along with a clove of garlic that I'm going to finely mince into the Greek yogurt. And the reason I mince it finely like this is so we do get that concentrated garlic flavor as opposed to big chunks of it in there. I'll just tap that against the bowl. And now a generous pinch of salt. Now I'll just grab a bigger spoon and I'll mix this together and watch how all of those spices stain that yogurt. It smells fantastic. Now it looks quite thick, but this is how I want it because I want it to stick to our chicken. Now let's talk about the chicken. Chicken, I'm using chicken thighs for this recipe. I like chicken thighs because it's forgiving. If you cook them a little longer, it's okay, it doesn't dry out. I wouldn't suggest using chicken breast for this because it does dry out, so a little fat is okay. So we're gonna cut these chicken thighs in half, so bones out and skin removed, and it goes straight into the bowl with the marinade. And you'll need 1 kilo of chicken for this. Great. Now we're going to give this a really good mix to coat each individual piece of chicken. Now I'll just cover this with some cling wrap. We'll pop that to one side, and before we start grilling that, let's get on to the gravy. Now I've been preheating my casserole dish in the Weber Pulse. It's nice and hot, and that's how I like it. We're going to add some ghee. Now ghee is clarified butter, so it won't burn. I'll grab another spoon, and we'll add that to the casserole dish. And once that's melted, we'll add the onion. So 1 onion that's been finely sliced. See, we've got a good sizzle there. We want to get some caramelization and soften those onions. Along with 2 cloves of garlic. I'll just bruise the garlic. And this garlic doesn't have to be finely minced. This can be roughly chopped. In with our onions. Some ginger. I want a good amount of ginger in this, and the best way to peel the ginger is just with a spoon so you can get into all the nooks and crannies and we're not wasting any of that beautiful flesh. So we want about a 3 to 4 centimetre piece of ginger, and then we'll just slice it. Perfect. And then I like to just form little mounds of the ginger so we can finely slice it. Now gather all of that together and then we can chop it. Smells fantastic. So we'll add that to our onion and garlic mixture. And I'll give that a little stir. And now just place the lid down just so we get a nice caramelization on those onions. Now for the remaining spices, I'm going to mix them all together into a bowl. I like a bit of spice for this, so I will add lots of that chili powder, the cumin, the ground coriander, and all of that turmeric. And we'll just give that spice blend a mix. And because the Weber's so hot, we can now add this because these onions are going to be caramelized. Look at that. Absolutely perfect. Now we'll add that in to our casserole and just allow those spices to toast momentarily. I'm going to leave the lid up because now I'll need to add some crushed tomatoes, just 1 can of crushed tomatoes. And I'll clean that bowl out with some water so we don't waste any of that tomato. Pour that in. And we'll give that another stir. And another pinch of salt. 2 pinches of salt. And now place the lid down, and this is going to cook for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then we'll get on to grilling our chicken. Okay, now the chicken has got some lovely colour on it. It's almost cooked, so now we can start adding it to our sauce. I'll add 1 can of coconut milk into our tomato and spice mixture. I'll give it a stir, and we'll pop our chicken pieces in there. The casserole lid will go on and the Weber lid will go down, and it'll cook for a further 10 minutes, and then it's ready. Look at that, the perfect chicken tikka masala. The gravy is nice and thick, we've got a vibrant colour, and the chicken is going to be super tender. I'm going to serve this in quite a traditional way in 3 separate bowls. So chicken pieces in one. I'm going to add 3, quite hungry today. And then a lot of that sauce. Just smother the chicken in that lovely aromatic gravy. And I'll serve it with rice because we need something to mop up all that beautiful gravy. Just pop that into a bowl here. And then for a pop of sweetness, some mango chutney. Now this wouldn't be complete without some coriander, a few sprigs of coriander, straight on the chicken tikka masala. Now this is a fantastic way to cook curries. Curries sometimes can smell at the house, but if you can do it on the Weber outside, it's a win-win. That is super delicious.